Oi, oi! Hurry up then, you slowpoke. We're wasting perfectly good daylight dawdling about waiting for you to have your things in order. You know that? Oh, finally! I was beginning to think you chickened out on me. That would have been quite unlike you. So I figured I'd go ahead and give you the benefit of the doubt. We wouldn't be best friends if you were nothing but a wimpy little coward after all. I'm just teasing ya. You're the bravest friend I have, come to think of it. There's no one I'd trust to have my back when it comes to tracking this big old monster. We're gonna be the talk of the village, you know? They might even throw us a banquet or something, depending on how much danger we save everyone from. What's that? Well, I don't know for sure that the beast is dangerous. I guess. But like I was telling you when we first got back, it certainly is massive in size, if nothing else. Something that big could do crazy amounts of damage to the village if it were to get a little riled up, you know? It's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to things like this. You of all people should know that. You're the one who helped me and my brothers take down the Revenant, remember? That thing could have eaten us all for lunch if it wanted to. But it had no such luck thanks to us. Heh, we may not seem like much to two of us, but I guarantee that if we bring back some good information about this monster, we're gonna be the talk of the village for the weeks to come. Coming from a family with all these boys, it makes it a little hard to get the respect I deserve from them, you know? Ugh, Galileo and the others always treat me like I'm some kind of little one that needs protecting all the time. But you and I both know that I'm the best spear user in our village. Second to none. I bet my entire spearhead collection on that. And you know how much that means to me? If it came right down to it, I'd wager that I could take down a war dog all by myself with no help from anyone else. Took Galileo and the others a party of 4 people. But they were all going after the thing with blades like one of the elders goes after a roasted forest fowl during a feast. Shh. And Galileo thinks he's going to be the next village chief with that kind of weapon training? Nonsense if you ask me. Spears and javelins are the weapon to use for such a large beastie, you know? It just makes a lot more sense from a hunter's perspective. I know that it's got to be some kind of tradition in our family to use those bladed weapons. But attacking large creatures at a distance just makes more sense when you're thinking about it with a level head. Why would you want to put yourself closer to something that's trying to eat you? That just doesn't make any sense. And no one is going to convince me otherwise. Not you, not Galileo, nobody. Heh. Maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea after all for me to try out for the position of chief. It sure would rub my brothers the wrong way. But I'll be damned if I couldn't teach this village a thing or two about common sense. Just because we're a wild tribe doesn't mean we have to live like savages. We've all got some good heads between our shoulders. There's no reason for us not to be using them. Sometimes I think the only thing that gives me an edge up on all of them is that I can think with my brain instead of my weapon. That's why we gotta figure out what this monster is before we tell the village about it, you know? It's smarter to get ready to fight something when you know a little bit more about it first, than if you just charge in blindly and hope that it doesn't bring fire and crisps you like a festival roast. That's why we're gonna go find this thing and watch it for a bit. Follow it around, see what it eats, see what kind of temper it's got, see if it's territorial. You know, the kind of thing you'd probably want to know about a monster that's roaming about near where you lay your head at night to go to sleep. That sort of thing. I have a hunch about where it came from. Its colorings were kind of dark purple and green. Definitely scaly. No fur anywhere to be seen. And it had eyes kind of like... It's sort of hard for me to explain. I remember last year when there were those 2 bird-like creatures flying around the village during the dry season. Those blackbirds with those long-looking lizard tails and the sharp teeth. Do you remember their eyes? They kind of glowed a little bit. But they kind of looked the way that Elder Taraya's eyes look. You know, the blind one? The way that they could never really focus on anything because they can't see. And the way that they're kind of cloudy and only one color. Yeah, they look kind of like those birds' eyes. Tomka said that those birds came from the acid pits of Yamala. They had that kind of weird smoke that came off of them, yeah? Remember? And the skin underneath the feathers was super tough and hard to cut through like it was some kind of an armor. Well, I kind of think that this may be where that creature came from as well. If I'm right, we're gonna have to get a little creative if he wants to take a bite out of our village. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, eh? After all, that's why we're going after it, to learn more about it first. Although, it does make me wonder a bit. First those birds, and now this creature. If that is where this big fella came from, I wonder why all these monsters are leaving the acid pits. I wonder if something might be chasing them out of their home. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, right? Now, come on then. We're wasting precious daylight.